These are results of faith.
My name is Amanda Martinez. I am 26 and I'm a medical secretary. I was depressed, I was very sad, I was very angry. I've always felt like the black sheep of my family because I was being pushed to the side and I was always being called names and I never really felt loved. So it led to many different things, to me cutting myself. But I know a lot of it had to do with like the way, my weight, but I wasn't a bad child. I wasn't somebody really rebellious. I don't know where that came from, but I did always feel like I was the least favorite of all the kids and the least loved. The bullying affected me a lot. It led me to cutting myself, to just finding things or looking for friendships in the wrong people. Like it caused a lot of like sadness. When I cut myself, I thought it did help. It relieved the pain temporarily. It felt like hurting myself actually helped me deal with the situation because I thought that was the only way to really deal with everything that was going on inside of me. I took a broken glass one time and I just cut myself. I still have scars to this day that they will never go away because I cut it pretty deep. So I know with the relationship with my parents, it was bad. I would talk back all the time. I even hit my mom one time because I was angry. I would punch holes into walls. I would break things. When I was angry, I didn't know how else to deal with it. So it was either cutting myself or breaking something in the house or saying something to just like to hurt my mom and hurt my family. As I was getting older, I thought the only way to deal with it now, instead of hurting myself, is to go out partying, drinking, because it allowed me to forget about everything that I was going through. So I did try drugs, I did drink, I did go partying, and that was that was a way for me to forget about everything. It was like a good time at the time. And I thought that was the only way to really deal with it. I got to know the Universal Church through my mom. She's the one that brought me to it. I've always gone to church growing up, but I've never taken it seriously, so this was just another place that we were going to. So at the beginning, I didn't take anything seriously. It took me a few years. When I came to the Universal Church, I've noticed that I would deal with situations a little bit differently, ways that I didn't think I could. So whenever I was sad, I would pray. I would actually open up the Bible, and slowly it really did help me to deal with everything and eventually break out of everything that I was like living and let go of everything that wasn't helping me. It took me a while to really take things seriously because I didn't make a decision yet. I was just like, okay, I'm supposed to come here, pray, all right, things are supposed to change. But until I actually started learning about the chain of prayers, about actually making the decision to give my life to God, when I made that decision, everything absolutely changed. I did the chain of prayers on Fridays, so I saw myself getting stronger and letting go of things that wasn't helping me, focusing more on God, focusing more on what it is that He wanted from me and what it is that He wanted to teach me. I got to learn about the Holy Spirit when the pastor was preaching about the Holy Spirit. I didn't hear about the Holy Spirit and like being in church all those years ago until I actually came here and I learned about it and why we needed the Holy Spirit. And after that, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be closer to God than I ever was before. And once I learned about the Holy Spirit, I seeked and I did my training prayers, I did my sacrifices. It didn't take long to receive the Holy Spirit. It took me less than a year to receive the Holy Spirit because I made my decision and I knew what it is that I wanted. And I didn't want to live the way that I was before. One thing that was hard was giving up relationships, and I also had like grudges against people. And that was something that I held on to for a long time, but I learned to forgive. So the day that I received the Holy Spirit, it wasn't something that I felt, it wasn't something emotional, it was something that I was so certain of that I wasn't the same Amanda that I was before. It was something inside of me that was just like, okay, like this, I can't really explain, there's no really words to explain it, but I knew with the certainty inside of me and what God was showing me that I wasn't the same person as before, and that I honestly was baptized with the Holy Spirit. After receiving the Holy Spirit, I was much stronger, Amanda. I am much happier. Before, I would smile just to hide what it is that was going on in my life, but now I smile genuinely. I'm actually honestly happy, and I just see my life moving forward. I didn't know the purpose of my life before, but after receiving the Holy Spirit, God showed me that I am here for many great things, to help many people, to bring people to Him as well, and to not live the sad life. It's, of course, to help people, but for my life to also be happy, for God to do what it is that He had always planned for my life, to have happiness in every single area of my life, and to also help people receive that as well. If you wake up every day, if you woke up this morning, then just know that God's not done with you, that He still has a lot more planned for your life, and that whatever you're going through, honestly believe that God will help you through it all, because He's helped me, and I can honestly say in my life, people see me nowadays and they say, I'm happy and that I don't go through problems, but that's not the case. God helps me to deal with every single one of them, and even if you think the situation's impossible, it's not impossible for God.